Welcome back to Kerbal Hard and Uncut. You are on the launch pad with the Moho Mark 1, which is nothing like any of the other Moho Mark 1 craft. We've changed it quite a bit. Anyway, we have the 3 crew on board. Last episode, I was trying to look for how to show the transfer window, and I realised that literally at the very end, you can't do it when you've got the craft highlighted because it's looking for transfer windows for that craft. It doesn't generate the transfer windows sort of vaguely based on the body. So yeah, that would be a nice feature to have, wouldn't it? Because I know you can do it in other windows. Why not bring it into there, a little side button or something? There you go. There's an improvement. There's an improvement for Kerbal. Right. I should probably launch this, I think. Let's fire those things. Let's see how we go. Probably going to throttle down at some point when we get a little bit of speed going. Let's have a look. Do I want to throttle down? Do we want to? Yeah, I think we do. I think we're gonna drop it down a little bit. Let these solids just take us up. We're not in a hurry to get up with this. Let me just be honest about that. We're aiming to get these. Where's the decoupler for that? That's those, isn't it? Right. So that's gonna go, and you can see we're actually gaining delta V now on that. I want to actually start turning this craft a bit. That way would be a good idea. Right. We're going to turn the craft just a smidgen. We need to actually also think about the altitude that we're going to get to. There we go. Well, the air is pretty thick here, but by throttling those engines back, we have actually got a nice bit of time on our hands. We can take our time, get going up there. And because I've throttled the engine, we're not losing as much delta V to drag, which is a big thing actually on Kerbin, I think. You actually don't realize how much drag delta V you lose to drag because you try and force it off the pad at thrust away of like 2, and so by the time you get to 10 kilometers up, you're actually traveling at a stupid amount of speed. So there we go. We're going to put those on with full thrust, and we're going to turn this thing over just like that. There we go. Wonderful, perfect. Looking good. We're just gonna put the nose up just a smidgen. There we go. This is a nice slow takeoff, isn't it? It's like slow launch for you. Yeah, I know they're sticking up. Okay, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of that situation. Don't tell me off. It's not, but it is my fault. I put the tanks there and everything, but it's not really my fault. Oh, we've got to get rid of these, haven't we? There we go. Get rid of those. Obviously, we had the wings on the side there to really help us, and they've really kept us stable in this launch. I don't know if they do actually. I've stopped looking at center of mass, center of lift, center of drag, all that sort of stuff in the VAB because we're trying to go reasonably quickly, and you have to take things to bits to do that and then put them back together. So yeah, I mean I could save the file and then do it, but I'm not gonna. We're in too much of a hurry. Plus also, it's more fun if things go wrong sometimes, isn't it? Right, let's get rid of those. Thank you very much. I know we're still in the atmosphere, but that will be okay. Right, we've got solar panels there and there. That's good. We've got a lot of delta V on that, haven't we? Wow. Right, we're now at a point where we are going to be in space at some point, so we're not worried too much about anything now. Just going to let this stage just do some stuff. We've got 1,600 on it. I am going to have to use some of that to actually get this thing into an encounter with Moho, but not too much of a problem. I think we should be fine. We're actually coming into it. There we go. It's a pretty okay orbit already. Well, it's not an orbit, but it's about to be. It's going to take but the snippiest of snips to turn it into an orbit. There we go. 108 by 114. I'm happy with that. Put this on there. Go to there. Speedy uppy. There we are. Jump back to the craft, and of course, because we've got a good pilot, we can do all of this stuff without me having to think about it. Oh, isn't it wonderful? Right. Oh, I don't want that. Give me time warp like that. Thank you. Wow, that would take forever. That's what we're going to do with the nuclear engine. That's going to take forever. Yes, that's right. Forever. I've just realized I've been doing a little bit of calculation in my head. Capture around min-miss with this is going to be horrendous. I should have had these being decouplable. These bottom tanks at least I could have got rid of and saved a bit of mass, but well, you live and you learn, don't you? All right, this is a very small little bit of thrust to get us into the orbit. We're going to actually, just going to sneak forward a little bit. It's a much squarer craft, this, isn't it? I could have cut out that pod there, but I'm about to say something that's stupid considering what else is happening in the rest of the series. I was about to say it's a bit more realistic having some space to live on. We've put somebody on Eve inside a capsule. I mean, I'm not entirely sure realism is still on the table with this series right now, if I'm entirely honest. Right, there we go. That's good enough. Put it on the normal for me, please. Have we got electric? That's the question. We have got electric. Right, now, while that's doing its stuff, I want to go to Moho. Okie doke. So, cost of circularization. Cost of that is for me. Periapps. Wow, that's a lot. Is that how much it thinks it's going to cost? Is that... That can't be everything. Failure to get an intercept, but got a very close. Mid-course correction would do that good. Okay. Right, what's that doing for me? How close are you putting me? Nowhere near. Like, seriously. No. No. I just refuse. I do just refuse that. So we're going to depart here, come over here. I'm going to do a mid-course change there. Correct. Which is going to, what, bring up this? Like so. Is that right? We're going to do that. And then I'm going to do a bit of this. Like that. Is that what you're expecting me to do? Because that's what's happening. I don't think that's anywhere near it. Thank you very much. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right, let's try this again. Right. Would you like to recalculate that for me, please? Just a smidgen. Go on. That's nowhere near. Okay. What about if we modify that a bit? Let's just bring that back a bit. Let's just do that a bit. There we go. And a bit more. But yeah, I have no interaction whatsoever. Seriously. Right. What about this then? If I do that, how small is Moho's sphere of influence? Surely I should get some sort of interaction. Right, let's have a look. If we take this all the way to almost zero. To almost zero. Come on. Oh, now we've got something. Okay. And then if I do a bit of... Where's this? I want the bottom one, don't I? No, I want this one. Right. If we do a bit of this. Okay, so we could potentially get something here. But what's my cost going to be? Wow, you've got to get very close to Minmus, haven't you, before you're in the sphere of influence? Oof. So we've got 1,700. Then what's this one going to cost me? Focus view, please. Right. Give me that. Right. Nope, that's not going to work. Do that. Thank you. Let's try that again. Go the other way. Like so. And then a bit of that. Nope, a bit of that. There we go. We want to bring this in. Okay. Now, obviously, after my first burn, this thing is going to be pretty pointless because I'm going to have to redo it. But it at least gives me an idea of what we're talking about. Right. 370. Let's put it at I don't know, how close do you want to be to Minmus? 50, something like that. Right. Let's have a look. So, maneuver 1 is yeah, 17.7. Okay. Maneuver 2. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. 17.7 plus that is 2,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's about 3,000. We're looking at about 3,000, which is slightly less than it could be for Minmus. It's not the worst transfer. We're going to have 5,000 left. It's going to take us 2,000 again. It's going to be tight, potentially. But again, we can always send it. We can always send a fuel truck. You know, we can always send something just got fuel. We could do that. Okay, it's 140 days. So we're going to, let's go to maneuver 1. Now, does this allow you to, let's have a look. So we're going to do set alarm. We're going to do set alarm for create an alarm for maneuver. Maneuver. This is Moho. Okay. Add alarm. Right, 144 days. That's correct. Now, I wonder if, can you be clever and get it to put it on the next one? Do that. No, you can't because it's jumping off that. Okay, so we'll just, that's a bit cheeky actually, isn't it? Oh, that. Uh-oh. Okay. Brilliant. Let's start again with everything. Sometimes. Right, we get rid of these. Get rid of the Moho maneuvers because it's obviously creating one. So we're going to do that. We're going to go that one to Moho. Thank you. Hello. Do you want to calculate something better for me? Eve? No, I don't want Eve. I want Moho. Give me Moho. Go on. After creating a maneuver at the next transfer. Okay. Now, I know you can get maneuvers with Moho. We've had them before. I think we were actually quite lucky with our windows, where you do it at such a time as to know that. What's that? Perhaps is there? What's the altitude of that? 5.9, and that's okay. What I'm going to do is take that down, and you can do maneuvers and stuff such that you actually yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, that you don't have to do this mid-course change in Moho. It's just very rare. You just got to wait until you want an encounter where Moho is here or here on the ascending descending node. We're having to wait a half a year anyway to get this. I'm sort of intrigued as to why we're not waiting for longer and getting a better one, but you know what? Each to their own sort of thing. Hold on. Seriously, are you 5.909? That's interesting. And you're 5.2. That is interesting. It is in an elliptical orbit. I suppose it looks elliptical, doesn't it? Right. I'm going to mark that off. We're going to have that. Is that made itself as an alarm now? Does that exist? It does. Okay, that's good. Right, we can jump out of this. And with our 2 minutes remaining, we're going to have a look at what? That's a good question, actually. The lander? Do we send this crew there and just have them sitting, or do we get them to do something while they're there? Do we? To be fair, I wonder if we could land on those nuclear engines. That is a thought. I wonder if we could. I suppose the lander's not nuclear engines, is it? Lander's the generic lander. But I am wondering, like, Moho isn't the strongest, biggest of places. Do we have a better lander that we could use? Could we use the Mars lander is actually what I'm wondering. And just send it along. That is an option. That would then mean we'd have fuel. We could move some fuel tanks around if need be and do some stuff with them if we really needed to. That isn't a bad idea, actually. All right, okay, let's have a think. What was the lander going to be? The lander was going to be, and I have to scroll all the way down again just to get to this. This is just getting silly. Right, those are the that's the Moho one. That's that. Moho bust. Where's the Mun lander? Not the Mun. Duna Mark 1. Load that up. Right, so we could actually send this in bits, couldn't we? Yeah, that's an idea. So what if we took this here, took it off, and then we reroute this to here and take that off. And then we take that off there. We put, I don't know, a probe collar that gives me a lot of stuff. There you go. You give me lots of stuff. I think. Do you give me lots of stuff? Do you give me... I think you give me almost everything, don't you? Yeah, you give me everything, right. And then we've got this thing. Okay, and you put you there like that. Right. Right, so until next time, from me, have a great one.